My beloved consumers and real estate agents, we're entering into a market that is a winners and losers economy.
Hi, I'm Terry Bailey with Selling Utah Real Estate.
I hate to be rude, but the differentiation between great agents and bad agents is going to become very clear. And in this video, I'm going to give you a couple tips on how you can be among the better agents. And it's figuring out how to accurately price a home. And what I'm going to share with you right here has made me hundreds and thousands of dollars. So if you feel so inclined to send me $1 because you've seen this video, I would gladly accept. So when we're looking at a market and when we're looking at comps, historically, we look at the last 12 months. But over the last 2 or 3 years, I had only been looking at the past 6 to 3 months. The market was moving so rapidly that you had to really get a better look at what's taking place there. And frankly, even that's where most people stop. Most people is like, hey, I'll take a look at the last year and then I'll price the home accordingly. That's very, very wrong, especially in today's market. And now this is a lot more work, but I promise you it's worth it. I take a look at the last 12 months, but I categorize that as 12 to 6 months because that tells a certain story. And then I take a look at the last 6 to 3 months, and that tells a different story. And then I take a look at the last 90 days. And these are just for homes that have sold, right? So I take a very close look at that and I see what's going on. What are the trends? How fast were things selling? How fast are they selling now? What's the differentiation between asking price and closed price? How much is being paid in concessions, right? I look at all those details very carefully as I'm listing a home. But then I'll take a look at all the homes that are currently under contract, right? So if I'm looking at an area, and in this area, there's 3 homes that are currently under contract, but there's 20 homes that are active. And this is over the last, 2 to 3 months. Then I'm seeing, hey, not very many homes are being purchased in that area. So our buyer pool is actually even smaller than what we might think. And I already alluded to it, but then I take a look at all the active homes that are in that area. And then here's the real money maker. I talk to the seller and I see what their motivation is. Why are they looking to sell? Where are they looking to go? And then I ask them what they think about the market and where they think the market is going. And I'll be honest, if I'm not aligned with where I think the market is going or where they think the market is going, I'm probably not going to be the best agent for them. And I'd rather cut off the conversation before I spend a bunch of money into marketing their home and before we really tie ourselves together. Because here's where I think the market's going. Before I can get there, we need to talk about where the market's been. And over the last 2 years, we've seen the market do this. It'll just really ramp up. And then we really saw it peak about March or April of 2022, right, this year. And now we've started to see the market start to dip down. But here's where people will get lost and here's where people will price their home incorrectly. Is they'll say, okay, cool, well, let's look at the market for the last 12 years or 12 months. Okay, these are our comps. Here's what we think the home is worth, and they'll price it. Right, then go through that whole process that I just talked about right here. And what happens is in a market that's trending down, you're always chasing the market. You're always behind the market because you're always using past data to try to get today's price. And then so you have to make price reduction and then price reduction and then price reduction and then price reduction. And then your sellers start to get really tired and then they feel like you're not doing your job correct, which frankly, if you do what we talked about before, you're probably not doing the job correct. And at that point, the home either goes expired, canceled, or you can finally talk your sellers into taking a big discount. And even if they do accept that discount, they're probably not going to be very happy with it. So what I do is I talk about this curve. And then we're looking at data from right here, a little bit higher on that. But once we are on the market, and to be ahead of the curve, we really need to be a little bit lower. So I say, frankly, I think we're going to need to take a discount one way or another. Would you rather be ahead of the market and taking the discount up front? Or would you rather be behind the market, constantly chasing it and hoping that we can one day catch up? And I just close my mouth and I let them decide what works best for them. At the end of the day, if the motivation's strong enough, then yeah, I will take the listing. But all these agents are always like begging for listings, right? Oh, I need to take a listing. I need more listing. A listing is not some golden ticket. All a listing guarantees me is I'm going to spend marketing dollars on a house. And I'm going to start to spend my time on it, which is even more important. And this is all information that I'm speaking to directly with the seller. So if we're aligned on all of those things, and I think that I can actually sell their home and take them where they want to go, then I will take the listing. And for me, that's a huge differentiator. And that's what's going to mark the difference between the great agents who are actually getting homes sold and the bad agents who are constantly chasing listings and losing. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Thanks so much.